Become a patron at www.patreon.com/Golden Era Bookworm for hard to find books, scans of rare photos, and articles on the golden era of bodybuilding. Hi everybody, Golden Era Bookworm here, and today I'm going to be showing you a collection that you could almost say I've inherited because of the price I paid was just ridiculous, really. It's just tiny. The collection is worth way more than what I paid for. Really a gift. It just got delivered from the UK, that's all I'll say. It's one of the most historic collections I have ever laid my eyes on, let alone now owning. It's just an absolute privilege. Yeah, I've laid it out here. I will be storing it differently though and protecting it because it is truly, as I said, very, very historic. You're seeing here, for example, at the very top we have Iron Man all the way from the early 1940s, that little green one, which I'm going to go through quickly some of these. So we're seeing Iron Man from the mid 1940s all the way up to the 1960s, right? So we're talking, yeah, you can see some of the toys here. I've taken over the toy room from the kids because they didn't necessarily use it or keep it tidy, but so I've basically used this shelf, which is fairly empty. So yeah, anyway, Iron Man magazine was truly one of the best magazines from the golden era. Here you see some more books, and down here we see, for example, other books in this collection included Webster's Dictionary from, I believe, the late 1800s. And the pattern is amazing on these books. Like, you can actually kind of see the floral color on the outside edges of the pages. It's really brilliant, but the book's in absolute tatters. But nevertheless, a very interesting part of this collection. We have Bernard McFadden's Encyclopedia of Physical Culture, volumes 1 to 5. And I just can't wait. I have never open these books, by the way, except for the Iron Man ones and a couple of the Strength and Health ones that I've got here. I haven't even opened these yet. I've just literally got it out of the suitcase, laid it out, so you're going to be sharing in probably quite a lot of expected excitement as I open these books and share with you. Here we have Strength and Health all the way, I believe, from the early 1950s until the, as you can see, the mid 1960s, I believe, some 1951, as well as an assorted one in the red one, all the way up to the early 1960s. So you could say it's like the late silver era, early golden era. And we also have some pretty cool Weeder bound books here. Muscle Power, we've got Mr. Universe, and Muscle Builder. And man, there's some beauties in there too. On top of that, as I mentioned, I've taken over the kids' room, and so here we have a whole set of books, right? We've got here a whole collection of Bernard McFadden's book. That's Strength from Eating, Building of Vital Power. I think this is Muscular Power and Beauty, yes, by Bernard McFadden. Never read that one. Here we have The Trainer's Anatomy, which is part of the McFadden collection, although it was authored by somebody else, Alexander Marshall, but part of the Physical Culture Library and Company, which of course was by Bernard McFadden. So I've got some awesome little books here from Bernard McFadden. I love his readings, very interesting reading. We've got the original Super Strength from Alan Calvert. That was the book that was John Grimmick's absolute favorite. He carried it everywhere. And we've got In Perfect Shape All Your Life, some books that I've never seen before. This is my second copy now of Muscle Control by Maxick. It's also in tatters. Now this is a beauty from Arthur Saxon, an original copy of Development of Physical Power, and I've seen these go for about 200 British pounds or about 300 US dollars. And it is so rare. I am just hardcover too, incredible. I'm so happy. Here we have some Bosco books. Development of Strength. I've seen those a few times. Never seen this one before. A 15-minute program from back in the day by J.P. Muller called My System of Training. And here we have Milo's Strength for All. Now, I've seen this only a few times, and this goes for hundreds of dollars too. One of the very first books on bodybuilding, from what I understand. Basic Weight Training by Al Murray, and a rare book from Mark H. Berry. Again, Physical Improvement. I don't think I've seen this one before. Besides the McFadden books and the ones I've just shown you, I've also got How to Use a Barbell by W.A. Pullum in hardcover now. I have one, I believe, also in hardcover, but a later edition. Look at this for a hardcover by L. Liederman, Muscle Building. Look at that. I think that's Gurner the Great. There in his lion skin. Check out, I mean, I love that, it's so beautiful the way they did covers back then. Here we have some Hoffman books as well. Secrets of Strength and Development, the Big Chest book, Big Arms by Bob Hoffman. It's just a fantastic collection, and all I can say is that to the person who knows who the contact who got in touch with me, I thank you very much, really. I just can't thank you enough, and the opportunity you've given me to own this collection and preserve it, which I will. Right now, of course, the sun is hitting it. I'm going to be, as I said, protecting it in much more better conditions than this. It's just the way I've laid it out. And I'm sure some of you want to have a look. So let's have a quick peek at, for example, I'll just choose a random Iron Man here from the 1950s, 1960s. There it is. 1959 to 1961. So you can see these are bound. Now, you will find that occasionally online these can appear, but oh my god, occasionally is an overstatement. There's plenty of loose Iron Man magazines online, but bound, to be honest, maybe once or twice I've seen them, but never again. And never a collection as big as this. This is gold. This is gold. I've seen plenty of Strength and Health bound, and that's about it. I can't say I've ever seen Iron Man bound, especially all the way from volume 5 and 6. That's one of the earliest volumes. All I now need is volumes 1 to 4, and this is a very complete collection all the way up to the late 1960s. It's priceless, to be honest. It's absolutely priceless. Anyway, if you can see now, I'm going to quickly go through just some of the covers here. Here we've got Iron Man. It just says December to January. Sometimes that was rather annoying. With Bert Elliott on the cover. Yeah, back then there was a lot of articles on weightlifting. Here we've got Improving the Two Hands Press by Doug Hepburn. My god, the information here is just to absolutely die for. Iron Man was one of the best magazines ever. I think probably the best magazine ever written. Probably closely followed by the Reg Park Journal, in my own opinion. And just trying to get to the end. Here we've got, these are the covers. All golden era stuff back then. Athletic physiques, of course, back in the time. Nothing too much. Here we go. I mean, Bruce Randall winning the Mr. Universe. Man, the stuff of the strongman, right? Strongman from the 1890s, etc. This stuff is just, Merry Christmas is all I can say. It arrived just a couple of days before Christmas too, so I was just over the moon when I was going through all this. Oh, that's a shame some of this stuff has been cut out. Oh well. This one's from 1960. Didn't actually even get to see the cover. What's the cover? Tommy Leong there, I believe from Hawaii, if I'm not mistaken. From what I understand, Reg Park visited him in Hawaii as well. So yeah, we've got, this is just, as the person that sold it to me said, this is literally the history of bodybuilding in a collection. There's no other way to describe it. Here we have Floyd Page. Floyd Page was featured a lot in the 1940s and 50s by Joe Weider in his own magazines. As we continue through this, we see more and more. Wow. Oh, that's Walt Baptiste teaching yoga. Now, he was also a bodybuilder. That's what I find about. I really should make a video about the connection back in the silver era between yoga and bodybuilding. a lot of people don't understand that yoga was actually a big part of bodybuilding back then. You actually see some of the demonstrations in the Mr. Universes of yogic practices. A lot of you guys nowadays might think, what the hell is Golden Era Bookworm talking about? But believe me, back then, yoga was a big part of physical culture. Yeah, whether you believe me or not, don't really care. It's on the pages, for God's sake. It's written in history, so understand that that's what it was about. Man, guess it's about developing female beauty. Let's have a look. Yeah, supplements are coming back in then. We have Red, I forget his name, Red Naril, I think, or something like that. Yeah, that's right, Red Naril. I was right. He was the teacher, of course, of Boya Ko, his mentor. Ran a very successful gym business as well back in the day. Yeah, and you can see here's Vern Weaver, very famous bodybuilder from that time. And this is just fantastic stuff. I forgot his name, but yeah, you can see what kind of awesome information is to be found within these books. It's just a library that I will cherish for the rest of my life for sure. I want to show you now, before I end the video, muscle power. Let's get into muscle power. Oh, I think muscle builder, actually. Here we go. A bound edition, very rare bound edition of Muscle Builder. All right, let's look at the covers. So you can see what's coming up here this is the British edition, by the way, of Muscle Builder, with Bill McArdle on the cover. Don has told me a few stories about Bill, which I may one day go through. It's a sad story with Bill. He had such a brilliant potential, but never really capitalized on it. That's all I'll say about that for now. And speaking of the great Don Howarth, here we have a cover with the great Don Howarth. Beautiful physique, very, very aesthetic, of course. Following, of course, we have more of the wonderful golden era physiques. And if we can just get to the next, here we go. I think that's Chuck Colress, I think his name was. Small physique, but very aesthetic nonetheless, of course. Back then, they were all aesthetic. That's what the major priority was. Here we have Don Howarth being surrounded by beach babes and a half. That's Joe Nister, who also, his daughter, I believe, was also bodybuilding at the time, or doing whatever form of bodybuilding there was available for women. And let's have a look. Yeah, the articles in these pages are just brilliant. I mean, I know that Joe Weider was all about supplements at the time. I mean, I just get disrupted by the magnificence of some of these wonderful covers. Look at Sergio. Damn! Beautiful, beautiful. Mr. Olympia at the time in 1968. Just about the time that Arnold had arrived. And man, what a physique. What a physique. This has got to be one of the best Sergio Oliva covers ever. Beautiful. Just beautiful. I was just saying that, I just mentioned the fact that Iron Man earlier was one of the best mags of the time. I still stand by that, but I have to admit that if Iron Man taught you a lot about lifting naturally, especially, Muscle Builder just built that dream. It was all about the dream. The articles in there were pretty good, but Iron Man was way better. But yeah, Joe Weider just sold that dream with these wonderful covers, and they were in color, and the men looked Herculean amongst nature. Usually you can see the rocks behind Freddy, so it's portraying Herculean strength. It's just different. It was just different. Joe Weider had a different story to tell about how beautiful bodybuilding could be, and it could be in your own life, and the success it could give you. Iron Man was all about, this is how to get big, do it, very much to the point. Oh, damn, this is missing some pages, I believe. Oh, no, it's not, sorry, my mistake. Sorry, as I flick through, Here we have Bill Howard. The phone tends to come down a bit, I'm sorry. Bill Howard. Yeah, I'll just accelerate it now. I forget his name. I think he was an actor, from what I understand. We're getting to it. There we go. Arnold Schwarzenegger. Damn, I just talked about this cover. What I believe is one of the greatest covers in bodybuilding history, of course, is the cover of Muscle Builder, of Arnold arriving to the US, to the sunny beaches, and you know, just basically announcing the new era of the golden era with Arnold arriving. I mean, damn, that's the cover that shocked the world, isn't it? The cover that shocked the world. So yeah, I mean, as you can see, I'm super excited about this collection, and all the information. You know, here's another one. Dave Draper on the cover, surrounded by beach girls again, beach bunnies, beach babes, whatever you want to call them. Yeah, it's just, it was the dream, wasn't it? It was the dream. And that's what this collection is. It's no other way of describing it. It's a dream come true. It is really beautiful. There's, you know, all of the stuff I'm showing you right now on this screen. Here we have it once again. Bernard McFadden's Encyclopedia of Bodybuilding. Haven't even flicked through that yet. We've got Iron Man from the 40s all the way up to the 60s. So basically the silver era into the golden era. We have strength and health at the bottom, right? Also a major part of the silver era and golden era. And we have some here of Muscle Power, Muscle Builder, and Mr. Universe, covering part of the silver era, of course, and golden era. So we've got some gorgeous magazines there, bound, very rare when it's bound, and of course a wonderful collection of strongman books and books from the bronze and silver era, of course. Wonderful stuff, wonderful stuff. Thank you, of course, to my contact in the UK. I can't thank you enough, and I'm looking forward to much enjoyable hours of reading, of learning, and of sharing much of this information to the community, to the bodybuilding community. Hope you've enjoyed this video at my new, very historic collection. I would dare to say that I probably have one of the best collections in all of Europe now. It's just that great. It's brilliant. And yeah, if you've enjoyed the video, please give the video a thumbs up. And please support the channel and the acquisition of such historic and important collections, which I preserve via donations via PayPal. I really would appreciate it. Or of course by getting onto my website, where I sell a lot of out of print books and courses, such as the ones that you see over here, as well as you can also become a patron, where I share many of the articles and photos that I use for my videos. So much to learn as well from these websites. Also, of course, you can support the channel by wearing my t-shirts and stuff, by purchasing some merchandise. Support the channel. It's all available at Teespring. Details are given. Okay, hope you've enjoyed this look at this very, very historic collection, which I now own and I've basically inherited. Yeah, hope you enjoyed the video, and leave me a comment. I want to hear from you all, what you think about this. That's it from me. This is the Golden Era Bookworm saying bye for now, and enjoy the festive season. Bye. To support your favorite YouTube channel, please visit teespring.com/stores/Golden Era Bookworm for merchandise, including t-shirts, hoodies, face masks, phone cases, and much more. Once again at teespring.com/stores/Golden Era Bookworm. To take full advantage of my collaboration with Old School Labs, please visit their website and choose from their marvelous range of supplements using my code BOOKWORM12. And for an entertaining look at the history of bodybuilding's supplement industry, I would highly recommend watching Subs the Movie, which I have collaborated in, available at Amazon Prime and Vimeo.